Waiting for a hero. The Queen of Dor was laid to rest in the royal chapel. Princess P, luminescent even in grief, bid her mother a final farewell. In her hand she held a familiar object, which she tenderly placed at her mother's grave, the Queen's soup bowl. Then the king stepped forward, and with tears filling his eyes, placed a flower in the empty bowl. Grief is the strongest thing that a person can feel. You don't feel it often, but when you do. And death can feel so unfair, as if someone has taken something from you, as if it's been stolen. When something hurts this much, there must be a reason. There must be someone to blame. A hurt king looking to blame someone can be a dangerous person. His wife's body had no sooner been laid to rest than the king sat down in his chambers to write and to punish. The village crier read the king's proclamation in the town square. From this moment on, soup, the making of soup, the selling of soup, or the eating of soup, is hereby outlawed in the kingdom of Dor. Rats are to be considered illegal as well, and are hereby deemed unlawful creatures in the kingdom of Dor. From this moment on, anyone harboring, sheltering, or possessing a rat in any way shall face the full wrath of the law. As decreed, the royal guards collected every soup kettle, spoon, and dish. They even confiscated the dogs' bowls. In the royal kitchen, Andre's big soup pot was covered up. In shops and homes, rats were chased and hunted. And in his chambers, the king played the same sad, wailing notes on his guitar over and over. So think about this. What happens when something that is just a natural part of the world is suddenly made illegal? You may as well make flies illegal, or sweat, or Monday mornings. But that's what the king did, out of a terrible sadness. Dor's once vibrant village was now silent, its town square empty. Soup kettles piled up in the gutters along the entire length of the street. Sunlight left, and the world went gray. Colors faded into one another, and dark clouds filled the sky. And for a long time, it wouldn't rain. The clouds just stayed, and stayed, and stayed. In her bedroom, Princess P stared out across the bleak landscape. Louise, her maid, was fitting the princess for a dress, and the jeweled gown threw sequined light all around the room. But P did not notice. "I wish it would rain," said P. She looked at the trees, now dead and lifeless under the gloomy sky. Summer, fall, winter, spring. Gray rained all year. "You and the whole world," Louise replied, accidentally sticking P with the needle. "Ow!" said P, wincing. "Sorry, milady," Louise apologized. "Well, at least I can still feel that." P turned back to her window. "Louise, do you think there's a bit of light somewhere in the world?" "Dunno, ma'am," said Louise. "I think there is. You just need to know where to find it," said P. But that was the dilemma. Where do you find light in a land where the thing its people love most has been banned? Because in the royal kitchen, soup no longer bubbled in cauldrons. Magical aromas did not fill the air. Every ingredient was stored away, and every pot neatly stacked. What was once a happy mess was now tidy and sterile. The bustling kitchen staff had dwindled to one member. Andre, depressed and alone, sat at his table, idly spinning a Dorian shilling. On the third spin, he accidentally flicked the small shilling onto the floor, but the chef made no movement to get it. He just watched the coin roll to the corner of the room and disappear into a mouse hole. Do you remember when we told you that once upon a time there was a brave little mouse? Well, if you know anything about fairy tales, you know that a hero doesn't appear until the world really needs one.